Hello, everybody, and welcome back. How's everybody today? The music was just doing something really funky. I have no idea what was going on then. Uh, but hopefully, you can hear me okay and everything's okay. I had to do an update, so that's what took me so long. So I'm hoping that that is not the issue with it. So yeah. Anyway, um, how is everybody? We're here for Crafty Sprints. I was a little bit put off by that. I'm sorry. I've just got a little bit vague then. So yeah, um, you gotta love technology. I swear, technology works against me on the craft channel. Like it always gives me a bit of grief. So yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, let me get my project out. I'm going to work on my crochet today. I'm pretty excited to work on this again. I just got to keep this little bundle away from the rest of it so it doesn't get all caught up. Let me get that around the right way. There we go. We've still got a fair bit left of it and whatnot, but it is coming along quite nicely. I've done a little bit extra, I think, since the last time I showed it, but it is getting very big. And yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying working on this for sure. And there it is. I was looking for that everywhere. Yeah, so I'm going to get some more rounds done on that today. And I'm actually considering making, like, I thought about it because this would make a really nice blanket, but I'm not sure, like, because I'm so new to crochet, I'm not sure whether I have to do two halves and then put them together or whether I can do it in, like, the round, like, in a square. Anyway, I'll work on that another day, but I reckon it'd make a nice blanket. So yeah. All right, so let me know in the comments how you are today and what you're going to work on. If you're going to be doing any reading or anything like that, grab your cuppa, grab your craft, settle in. We're going to be here for a few hours yet. I'm probably going to not worry about the second camera today because I've still got it all set up there. But I'm not doing cross stitch, so I'm not going to worry about the second camera today. I'll just move it down and or maybe, I don't know. I'll see how I go. It's all set up. Like all I've got to do is move it over and add it to the screen. But maybe what I should do is, I don't know. I do not know what to do with that. Anyway, we'll play it by ear. I'm planning on working on this. If my eyes get a little bit sore or whatever, I didn't sleep very well last night. I kept getting disturbed by the storms that were rolling through. Like, we were lucky as the storms came across, we got heavy rain and all the rest of it. But all those really, if you were on sprints yesterday, you would have seen I was sharing the screen of the storms as they were rolling in. At the last minute, it's separated, and basically the bad storms went south and north of us. Savannah, however, had a lot of hail in her area, but she reckons there was none at her place. And then when I sent her the picture, she goes, "Well, I didn't actually go outside, and it didn't sound like hail." But she's also in a tin shed. She's got a little apartment it's in a big 6 car shed thing, but it's very secure and all that sort of stuff, and it's a great little apartment. She's got fully carpeted, 2-bedroom, bathroom, shower, kitchen, all that sort of stuff. And so it's noisy anyway because it's got a tin roof. And so she goes, "I didn't sound like hail." She goes, "But then again, looking at those pictures, maybe there was hail." So yeah, so she, like, it was like snow down where she was. So we didn't get any hail or anything like that. I went for a walk this morning. We got a lot of rain because we have like it's a concrete creek. It was originally a creek that ran through the town and like divided the town, and they've gone through and concreted it through the main part of town, and then it goes back into like its natural water course through the school properties. And then it crosses the road down the road a corner from me, and then it continues on into the Stewart River. And so in town and through Memorial Park, it's all concreted. That usually is just a trickle that is like probably about 3 meter, a meter and a half, 3 feet to 5 feet below the bridge. So we got a lot of rain, and that comes from out west and whatnot. So there was a lot of rain everywhere, but yeah, Proston ended up having quite a heavy storm hit them and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. All right. Let's have a look and see who's joining us. Other than that, I didn't really say because the thunder though. I was talking to Jess last night as I was eating dinner. The thunder that was rolling through was shaking my house. Like my whole house was vibrating. That like you could feel it in your soul and in your bones, and it was just like, ooh, that's going to be pretty hectic. But it split at the last minute, so yeah. Jess has, speaking of Jess has joined us. I have 30 minutes left on Schindler's List. Not sure what I will move on to after that. Need to get ready to spend my birthday with my grandma and granddad baking some cookies to take up. How exciting. Your birthday's tomorrow, right? Or today? I can't remember what you said. It's the 10th, isn't it today? But also want to get a good chunk of World War Z. I was going to say World War II, but I remember that you were reading that done as well. I actually started reading Magic Lessons this morning on my walk. So that's going to be my book I listen to on my walk because I've actually read that before. So I pretty much know what's going on. Yeah, so I'm listening to that on my walk. But I have actually been listening to a podcast by Stephen Fry called Victorian Secrets, and that's been really interesting. I talked about it yesterday, but I didn't listen to it this morning. I wanted to get magic lessons done. And excuse me. And I've been for a almost hour walk and lifting wet blankets off the quilts off the cars and everything to protect them from hail and stuff. So I've had a good workout this morning, and now I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm on my second cup of coffee, but anyway, yeah. So I'm listening to that, but I started reading Thomas Hardy for the first time the other day, and I'm reading The Mayor of Casterbridge, and it opens up with a young couple walking along. I think they're in their like early 20s, walking along, and actually, I think Susan's only 18, but anyway, they're walking along and talking, and they've got a baby in their arms and all that sort of stuff. Then they end up at this fair, and he sells his wife and baby to the highest bidder. Like, whoa, all right, we're going to be reading something like this today. So yeah, so that is that's sort of my morning read, but I didn't read it this morning because I want to get a little bit further along in Magic Lessons, which is part of the quartet for practical magic for those that don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm reading, and I'll probably continue listening to it because I've already read it, so I know the mainstays of the like who everybody is and all that sort of stuff. So I probably will G it up and listen to it while I'm crafting away, because I've got to that point now where with my crochet that I can actually do my little stitch minder. I can do audiobooks now that I am like I know the pattern and all that sort of stuff. But when I first started, I really couldn't do it. I just needed to have like quietness and whatnot. And I just don't know where I'm up to now. I think that's the second round. First, second, yes. I know where I'm up to now. Cool. I just wasn't sure where I left off. So yeah, that's where I'm up to, what I'm doing today. And I have a video to edit this afternoon after sprints, which will go up in the Patreon and then get released. It's my first week of October and what I've been doing and all that sort of stuff. I've got a couple of little bits of pieces to add to it and whatnot. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hello to Jessica, because Amberly is here. Hello, how are you today? What are you working on? Hello, Seluna. How are you, hun? How are your headaches going? I'm reading Legends and Lattes tonight. Nice. I really want to get some spinning done as well, but I'll finish the book first. That's fair. That's fair. I got to get those Scarathon points. Everybody's scrambling for points. Hey to Seluna and thanks. Hey Emily, hope you're well. And Tanya is also here. Hello, how are you, hun? What are you working on today? I'm having a lovely day so far. The sun is shining. There are no storms about. There are still some clouds, but there's no storms, which is a good thing because, wow, we've had a few. Better now that I have played. I have been plagued. Is that what by migraines? Hang on a sec. Better now. I have been plagued. I think it's supposed to be by migraines from the meds. Apparently, using heavy painkillers long term can cause migraines. I'm on so many. Yeah, that's wild. It's how dumb that pain pills can cause pain. It's yeah. Hello. Hello, Jean. How are you? Torn between crochet and homecoming at 27%. Oh, I should check that. That should be in. I think that came in 2 days ago. I was due to get that. Thanks for the reminder. Yes, it's in. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I can read that somewhere in my life. I've only completed 2 books so far this month, and we're at the 10th. Who am I? What is going on? Normally, I'm like reading 15, 16 books a month, all that sort of stuff, but just taking it chill this month. Got a big month next month, though. So, yeah. Look at that. It's really coming along. It is. I know. I'm so, yeah, I'm so wrapped. Like I'm glad that I bit the bullet and started doing it because I don't get into it and I don't sit down and just do it for hours and hours and it's just something that I'm doing. And I've done this in the past where I've started stuff and then not finished. So doing these sprints each week is encouraging me to get it done. I mean, if it's only the only thing I ever make, at least I've made something. But there are so many things that I have found, cardigans and all that sort of stuff. And I like really long cardigans that go down to like my calf, and so I'm and some of them look like knitting but they're crochet, and so I'm pretty keen to make my own winter jackets and stuff like that because I like long ones, and these days it's really hard to find really long ones that fit nicely. Like you can get them really long, but then they just don't fit right. They don't feel right. And I like you've seen my brown one that I've got. I'd like to make something like that that's got a hood on it, that it's got the sleeves are a little bit longer so I can just use it as a blanket because I'm small enough to do that. So, yeah. It's easier for me to be on time now that I'm an hour in front. Yeah, because my time hasn't moved. Everybody else's time's shifting, and I just stay where I am. And I know that we're doing some stuff behind the scenes and working stuff out and all that sort of stuff. And I'm saying to everybody, it's in AST because I am AST. I'm the only person that's AST now because everybody else is AS. No, what is it? Australian Eastern Daylight Time. DT at the end. But yeah. I think I'm going to finish a chapter and then go crochet. That's fair enough. I'm going to be reading uni and just other stuff. That's fair enough. Yeah, because you've got to catch up on that. I do need to clean my room, which is hard to maneuver with my sticks, with your sticks. I like how you've just called them your sticks. I mean, it sucks that it's hard to maneuver around and all that sort of stuff. Have you thought about pushing it? Like, I don't know how your room's set out, but have you thought about pushing your bed up into a corner and then having everything around the outside to make it easier? Oh, no. So I know that a friend of mine, when she broke her leg, I know this is a totally different scenario, but when she broke her leg, we rearranged her room like that. And it was a lot easier for her to get around with her sticks. And even to get in and out of bed was a lot easier as well. So yeah. Hey Christina, how are you going? Thanks for being here. Remember to hydrate or mummify and boo. Giving a jump start to scare to the like button. Nice. Hello to Selena, Jean, Amberly, Christina, Tanya. Hello, Christina. Everybody's saying hello. Jessica, Tanya, all the things. I looked at the calendar. Saturday the 12th. I don't know where I got the 10th from. Okay, it's that day. That's fair. Such happy group of ladies. It is. It's our weekly crafting session. I read Mayor of Casterbridge in grade 10. I didn't love the long descriptions. Elizabeth Jane was an essay topic. Fair enough. I don't have a problem with descriptions. So I'm working on assembling IKEA wardrobes. Although you probably going back to your comment there, Jane, you probably would like it better now than when you were in year 10. Because in year 10, like, who's got time for long descriptions then? I'm working on assembling IKEA wardrobes. I'm sorry. It's always fun and games with IKEA. Oh, dearie me. Hopefully it will be straightforward so I can get on with the grandbaby's blanket. Nice. Oh, we are currently at 10 degrees. Cold. No. I am currently at 18 degrees, but warm. 18. Hello to everybody. I have got the hiccups, something chronic this morning. I have to drink some water or something. My bed is currently in the middle of my bookshelves, and my reading chair is easy to get around, just hard to clean and hang up all the clothes back up. That's fair enough. Looks like it's going to force you to be a little bit more proactive with putting your things away. On that, I was terrible for just like I had a wardrobe and a pile of clothes in front of the wardrobe. And that I have now, like I've cleaned it all up, and so much so that the girls walked in and went, "Who are you? And what have you done with our mother?" Because it was the only place that was disheveled. In like the house is lived in and all that sort of stuff, but it's relatively tidy. You know, like it doesn't take long to tidy up. But my bedroom was always a shit pit. It's like, and now it's like nothing is out of place. Everything has a home and everything's hung up and all that sort of stuff. When I was a kid, you couldn't even see my floor when I left home. Like no parentals telling me to pick up after myself. It was great. My son wants to watch Hocus Pocus today. Oh, nice. So we'll be doing that. And now that we have light again, I'll be working on my blanket. Nice. Also, nothing fits because I'm 3 times the size. Oh, no. I was when I went into hospital. The meds have caused a lot of fluid retention and make you gain weight. Yeah, that's the worst thing about medications and stuff like that. The side effects are horrendous at times. That I hope that they like are able to help you in some way get rid of that. Like, surely they can give you fluid tablets to get that out of your system. And you might end up living in the toilet for a few days, but surely there's got to be something to help you with the fluid retention. Also, I got the cutest ghost mug. Oh, I've got a spooky one. This is the one that I swapped Savannah for. This is my, this is a Ray Dunn one from TK Maxx. Was not $5. I wish it was $5, but it was not $5. Alrighty, we have got to the end of the comments, and we're going to go to our first sprint. So let me add this to the stage. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing, and then I've got my ruler to push it back up because I'm short. And I just have to move this out of the way before. Let me just get rid of this out of my ear because I don't really need that because there's no one else here. So it just feels weird because I'm so used to doing sprints with people, so I have them in. And so, yeah, just move that out of the way and I'll get rid of this. I have my desk coming. It's on its way. I found a cute little desk that I wanted at Bunnings, but then I found it on Amazon. So instead of having to go and pick it up from Savannah or Savannah to bring it here, it's getting delivered to here. So I will be able to get a lot of this organized. But right now I've got my trolleys are sitting over there. So hopefully, because it's only a small desk, so hopefully a trolley can sit on either end, and it doesn't have a lot of storage in it, which is not what I needed from my desk anyway. So I'm looking forward to getting that assembled, and yeah, and then I can move all this stuff around and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. A lot of shifting stuff around. I've got one more. I didn't end up finishing the quilt yesterday because the lightning and thunder and all that sort of stuff. I just unplugged it. So I've got a little bit of the quilting to do. But I thought one day when I am quilting, that I might be able to set for crafty sprints. I will do a session at the quilt machine. So basically, I'll set the computer up and everything over there and have the camera pointing to what I'm working on. And whether it'll be one of mine or not, I don't know. But that won't happen in the next couple of weeks because, yeah, I am away next week. So there's no crafty sprints next week. But Coda is doing the booktube stuff next week on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, Monday sprints. And then I will be back for Wednesday sprints. And then I'm away again at the end of the month for both crafty sprints, I think. And I just had to think then. Yeah, crafty sprints and my Wednesday sprints. Possibly. We'll see how we go. I am away for the Wednesday sprints. So anyway. Couldn't find any good ones at TK Maxx. They have replaced them all with Christmas already. Yeah, you've got to if you want Halloween stuff, you've got to go in August and in September. That's the only time you'll get them. That because it's the decor of Savannah. That's the only time she buys stuff for her house is in August and September because it's her like aesthetic, skulls and all the rest of it concerning child. But anyway, no, not really. It's actually quite nice how she's done it and all that sort of stuff. It's not full on gothic, creepy sort of stuff. But anyway, let's get into our first 45-minute session. Grab your craft, grab all your things. All right. Let's see if that's a good spot, you reckon? You can see what I'm doing. Nice shot of me boobs there. That'll be good for all the trolls out there. That might lift that up a little bit. There we go. It's a little less revealing. And we're going to start the sprint with 45 minutes. And then when we come back, we will, let me just put this up here. And yeah, when we come back, we'll have a bit of a chit chat and you can let me know all the things that you've done and what you got achieved and all that sort of stuff. All right. See you all in 45 minutes. All right, we are back. And how did we go during that sprint? I got all the way around with the black, and now I'm starting the next round. So, yeah, I had to look up a couple of times to make sure I was doing it right. Because it's been, it's been a couple of weeks, I think maybe 3 weeks. 6, 7. I just want to do that so I know where I'm at. But it's coming along. I love the grey when it goes like to the dark grey. I love that color. I love dark grey. I think that I will end up making a long coat in a dark grey. There's a couple of patterns that I've been finding over on Etsy and stuff like that as well. So definitely going into my crochet era, I'd say. So yeah, and I'm listening to a practical, magic lessons, not practical magic. The prequel to practical magic. So yeah, I just have to write something down so I don't forget. All right, there we go. Got wool everywhere. And I've got a blanket. I've got the wool for a blanket for my room. For when I do it, I picked out when I was down on the weekend down with Savannah. I picked out my bed that I'm going to get and my new couch. So now I've just got to save. And then Savannah and I had a bit of a chuckle to ourselves because, like, I've picked the most hardest time to save money to do renos and to save to go to the UK. So, yeah, I'm working my butt off. I'll be working, and whatnot. So, but with all, I'm going to Savannah's coming up at Christmas time, she said, so she's going to help me cut out a heap of project bags and stuff like that, so I can just sew them and get them up for sale and all that sort of thing. So yeah, and then I've got, I've also got my quilting and whatnot, and yeah, so I think I could do it. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. I love, even Savannah said, she goes, a lot of the time with the variegations you don't often see it so well done, but she was really happy with it because she's done a couple of things with the Karen cakes and whatnot, and she said, it looks really good. Like, you don't often see it so detailed, like distinguished and whatnot. But yeah, but it's coming together. I'm liking my tension now. It's still a little bit like it's not tight, like it's not super tight. But I like that feel. Like it feels cozy. Like it's a little bit softer, I guess, not as coarse. But yeah, it's coming along. I'm so proud of myself, even if I say so myself, because yeah, the amount of times, and now I've got a heap of. Over the years, I've bought like crochet books and knitting books, and I bought a craft box from the book grocer, and it had a ton in it. So now I might be able to actually do it. I admire it and look at it a lot, but I don't actually do it quite often. So now I might be able to make it. There's a couple of bags that I wanted to do as well. So I'm excited, super excited. Let me just see where we were up to. Hello, Meryl. How are you? I've been cutting out fabrics for when I sew again. Broke bones in my feet. Nearly better. Oh, dearie hell. That sounds like a whole ton of hell. So it's good that you're on the mend though, and yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today, Meryl. So hopefully this can help you get some stuff done. It's where we hyper focus and all that sort of stuff, and get our craft done when we're quiet, and then we come back and have a bit of a chit chat in the comments and all the rest of it. So yeah, and yeah. So how did you break your bone, like your feet? That's pretty wild. Hello to Sadia. How are you? I'm loving the colors of the yarn you're using. Would you mind telling me the brand and where you got it from? I do have another ball of it. Hang on a sec. I'll just grab it. I got it from Spotlight. And it is the Yarn Inspiration Karen Skinny Cakes. So that's the colorway of it, and that is the brand, and I got it from Spotlight. So you might have to order it online. That might not be in, if you don't have a local one, you might have to order it online. But I'll hold that up again so you can come back and you can have a look a bit later, or grab your camera on your phone and take a photo of that now. Let me get it to focus. There we go. So that is Yarn Inspirations Karen Skinny Cakes. And it comes with a pattern on it as well. So, yeah. I'm not sure what ply it is, though. And it's acrylic as well. But, yeah, I have another one because I always buy things in twos for some reason. I don't know why I do that. Oh, that can go there. So yeah, Christina is saying hello to Sadia and Meryl. My hands are about to get nasty with cookie dough. I'm gonna type early. Just finished Schindler's List. Gave it a 4, but there was so much going on. I feel like I should have a massive read. Yeah, I have. There's certain books that I will just sit down and immersively read because I know that I've heard that there's a lot going on, there's a lot to keep a track of, and all that sort of stuff. I really like immersive reading because I seem to take in more when I do it. It's not great for the budget though when you're essentially buying 2 books of the same thing. So yeah, so I try to borrow as much as I can, but sometimes you just can't, and whatnot. And I'm actually considering getting rid of my Everand. I'm waiting till the end of the year because I've actually been tracking the books that I've been reading off Everand, and if I'm only reading one a month, I'm just going to get rid of it because, yeah, there's no point in having it, and maybe just getting it, for a month. But then if you read too much, they put you in, you can't get anything. Just had some breakfast and watched Gilmore Girls. Next sprint, I have to do some house stuff and hopefully get into some uni stuff. It's looking so pretty. Thank you. Amberly finished the book that they were Legends and Lattes and started making dinner. Awesome. Hello to Meryl. How did you, Meryl? You're Meryl from Brisbane Cross Stitches, right? I'm just making sure that I've got the right Meryl because that's who I'm thinking I'm talking to. So, so yeah. How did you enjoy it? I loved it. It was super cozy. I have not read it, and I don't think I'm going to read it, to be honest. Yay for finishing a book, Jessica. And hello to Sadia. It was fun, Selena. I don't normally read cozy things, but I enjoyed it. Well, that's good. You probably enjoyed it more because you don't read cozy things, so it's a nice change as well. I finished supper and I'm about halfway across the road that I'm on. Awesome. What's the color of the yarn? It doesn't actually say, I don't think. Tiramisu, it's called. So yeah, and the color number is 296618. I'll hold it up again. You can take a photo. Will it focus? There we go. That is there. And there's your barcode too. So if you can't find it, if you enter that barcode into somewhere, you should be able to, it should pull it up. But that is all the details there. So yeah, it's called tiramisu, which is nice because one of my favorite desserts is tiramisu. Like who doesn't love that sort of stuff? Chocolate, coffee, and yum. Hey Chris, how you going? Thanks for joining. I've been watching from the beginning and just now able to comment. It's fair, that's fair. Very silly, slipped off the second bottom step on the stairs and sat on my feet. Ow. Yeah, yes, I thought it was. You can't be too sure because, I mean, there are other Nicole Reeds out there. So one is a famous actor. So, yeah. So there you go. So I figured there's, multiple people. But, yeah, now that's got to hurt. What kind of cookies are you making, Jess? Rest up, Meryl. It sounds painful. It does sound very, very painful. That Everend Jail is weird. I read one book and go there. Next month I get 2. Next month I get 4, and then I didn't seem to do anything. Then 2 again. Not sure how it works. So I'm thinking of dropping it too. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm listening to Magic Lessons on Everend, but I've got a few of the classics on there, but they're not been great renditions of it. So, yeah, I don't know. I keep paying it, but I'm just thinking that I'm not really getting value for money out of it, and maybe I should just, get rid of it. And a lot of times, the stuff that I want to read isn't on there anyway. So it's like, damn it. So yeah, I mean, there's a few books like the classics and stuff like that, and like backlisted stuff you don't tend to get put into jail, but any of the new stuff, and I don't always get a lot of the stuff, like it's not here in Australia. So yeah, I want some tiramisu now. Speaking of tiramisu, I had the best tiramisu crumpets at a cafe on the weekend. Oh, I'm so jealous. That sounds awesome. Hello to Chris. Hello, Chris. Well, how were they tiramisu crumpets? What did they do with them, Selena? Like, how did they make them? I sort of want tiramisu crumpets now because I love crumpets and tiramisu. That sounds delightful, to say the least. Excuse me. Oh, I just put tiramisu. There's tiramisu overnight oats, cheesecake, biscuits. Yum. Yum. Let's crumpets. Oh, tiramisu crumpets. Oh my goodness, there's a recipe. I don't want videos necessarily. Give me a written one. Ooh, that sounds so good. That's so not good for my diet. I wish I didn't look that up. It looks good too. Yum. I posted it on Instagram. I have not been on Instagram for the last week. Like I've just been in messages and that's it. I haven't watched reels or anything. So yeah. Oh my lord! You just sent me the picture. I just opened it up. Oh my god, that looks divine. That is so not good for you. Okay, that was Selena's breakfast on the weekend. When I come to visit you, we're going to that cafe. We're definitely going to that cafe. Binarily, gosh, she's a little snob at times. Like, what human doesn't come out and say, "Hi, mother, how are you?" Anyway, she's a bit moody in the mornings, I guess. I try to read cozy mysteries, but I tend to find them weird since everybody is so upbeat and there is no generational trauma. Oh my god, Chris. I know. Overnight oats, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. But coffee, that's just like coffee. I can't eat oats, so I'd have to maybe do barley or something like that. Um, I tried to find some cracked wheat the other day. Do you think I could find it anywhere? I've got a ton of parsley in my garden, and I need to make some tabbouleh, and I couldn't find cracked wheat anywhere. So I've got to get it onto Amazon, see if I can get it on there. Oh, those crumpets look good. Let me just try overnight. We're having a total deja vu moment right now. Been here, done this. Man, that's not a breakfast, that's a dessert. It looks delicious though. I'm gonna show you 4 different pictures. Like, that top one, this one up here, like, oh my goodness. That is not a breakfast. Oh, that looks absolutely divine. Oh my goodness. Look. Overnight tiramisu oats. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, that's not a breakfast. So, yeah. Um, send it to Boxer. Yum, I know. My book is starting to get good. I'm 30%. Awesome. Try Helen's at Burley. This is for tiramisu. Yum. Anything tiramisu is dessert. Not according to this. This is a breakfast cereal. So, overnight tiramisu oats. I made some overnight oats with Irish oats and dried apricots, and I think it was almond milk. It was on a diet website, so it was healthy but oh so good. I can't eat it um, because it gives me heartburn really bad. I don't know whether you were listening or not, Jean. We were talking about tiramisu crumpets and that Selena had, and then when I searched it, come up with overnight oats, and that's what we were looking at. So yeah, I mean, if you can make tiramisu where it'd be like healthy and all the rest of it. Oh, for cracked wheat. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, King of Roy's got nothing. um, yeah, like normally you can get it at Woolworths. Well, normally Woolworths has it, but yeah, no. Um, so yeah, I'll have to like. It drives me crazy living in Kingaroy sometimes because you can't get anything. I tried it, like we've got a health food store here. They didn't even have it. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Why don't you have the things that we need for tabbouleh? Tabbouleh is a health food. I mean, coffee is in tiramisu, and coffee is a breakfast food. So I agree. I'm going to go with that. That's perfect. I'm having my morning coffee just because it looks delicious. That's yeah. All right, let's us do another. Let me just change this to the 45. We're going to go quiet again. If it has coffee, it's a breakfast food. Yes, I agree. I agree. 100%. All right, we're going to turn the camera down. We're going to get back into another sprint. So we're going to go nice and quiet for the next 45 minutes. And when we come back, we will have a more of a chit chat and probably look at more delicious food. All right, let me move this down and let's get to crafting. All right, we are back. How did everybody go during that sprint? I'm now going down the other side, adding in the double crochets or trebles, depending where you're from. Oh, and I just took one out. Let me just get trying to. My stitch markers are a little bit average, so I'm just using one of these for now. But as you can see, we are starting our next round, our next scallop edges and all the things. So it's all coming together. We're going into a lighter grey now. So yeah, once I've got all this done, I'll lay it flat and then make sure that it's all right. And all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it is coming across nicely. So yeah. And my ball of yarn is getting smaller. Still heaps there, but I think it's going to be a decent size, so I'll be able to use it in winter and whatnot. So yeah. All right. Let me have a look. Oh, breakfast. A cheesecake, right? Hands are semi-gross. The same cookies I had last time, Wheat Bix and Sultana. We'll update the Scarathon and Dusty Discord in a bit. Yeah, I'm going. I thought I had Wheat Bix in the cupboard, so because like I can eat Anzac biscuits, but I will get heartburn from them. So I'm going to try the Wheat Bix ones and see if it's a little bit better for me. So, here is a dilemma for you. We always say you should read the books before watching the movie, but what if the book is based on a movie and not vice versa? I don't know. I still will always read the book before the movie, I guess. I try to anyway. Sometimes it's just not possible. I mean, I can't read all the books in the world, can I? Thanks for the info on the yarn. No worries. The crochet pattern is gorgeous too. I agree. It would make a lovely throw blanket for a couch or a bed. Yeah. I'm actually considering, like, I was going to make a popcorn shawl with the yarn that I've got down there, but I'm actually considering making a blanket. So doing, I don't know, two halves and bringing them together. I don't know. I'll do a little bit of research. Surely there's a pattern out there for a square on that. So surely. House stuff and the to-do list that sprint. Time for some more coffee, and I need to start thinking about what I'm having for lunch. I was just thinking about that too. I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch today. I think I might have last night I had the best dinner. It was just a throw together in a bowl. I had some so to do my boiled potatoes, I don't actually boil them. I just put them in the slow cooker and a tiny little bit of water in it. So like maybe, I don't know, a tablespoon of water, just so it creates a little bit of steam. And I just throw them in the slow cooker and let them cook. And then I put them in the fridge and then I've got them there. And so basically I grabbed two of those, put them in a bowl, and then I cut up some capsicum, some onion, had some shredded chicken there, and chucked that on, and then topped it with cheese. And that was my dinner last night. It was so good. So good. It was very delicious. I'm thinking that I might actually have that for lunch today as well because it was so good. That was a dinner sprint. Awesome. I'm working on cross stitch on this on X stitch. Yeah, cross stitch, right? On this row, about a quarter of the way across. Awesome. You do seem to be trying to read all the books in the universe. Yeah, I know. It's been a big year. I thought that there was I think you showed me a square one, but it looked like it was two of these sewn together to make the square. That's what it looked like to me, but anyway, I could be wrong. I would still want to read the book first, yeah, so that my imagination makes its own movie. Yeah, I'm not swayed by the movie. Yeah, I agree. Because I remember, like, when the Twilight movies come out, like, both Brendan and I convinced Brendan to read Twilight. I did not think for one moment he was going to read it. Anyway, I just, like, everybody was going on about it and that, so I read it because my girls were asking to read it, and I'm not into my kids um reading about obsessive compulsive behavior. Anyway, obsessing over a boy and all that sort of stuff, having three girls and all that sort of stuff. I wanted to avoid that sort of content and whatnot. But anyway, I read the books and then I convinced my husband to read them. And then when the movies came out, because both of us imagined the the players in the game, completely different than what they were. The only one that I pictured in my head that they got right, in my opinion, was Jacob and Alice. That was it. The rest of them were just like, no. Or maybe Rosalie. Um, that was her name, Rosalie. Yeah. I've seen it, but it was early 2020. Fair enough. Oh my god! Speaking of dinner, I had the worst last night. What did you have? I thought I was a book before movie girl, but I saw Hunger Games before I read the book, and I enjoyed it still the same. Yeah, a lot of people said that they've seen the Hunger Games before. Well, I've seen the Hunger Games, and I've not read the books, so I don't think I have any interest in reading the books, to be honest. All right, so yeah, but all right. So we're going on to the light grey now. And then we'll be in brown before we know it again. So it goes to light grey and then to like a taupe color. So you can see there. So we're coming up to that now on that, but it's so pretty. And for acrylic, it's actually really soft. It's a bit coarse, but not like some, how some acrylics are a little bit coarse. So yeah, just making sure that, I don't know, I think I've got the right tension for this sort of thing. Obviously, if you're doing more like a jacket or whatever, you might want a little bit of a tighter tension on that, but it is really good. Where was I up to? Send you a link for the Square Virus. That's it there. I can't click on it here. I wouldn't recommend reading the Hunger Games books. They're mediocre. I had to read them in class. I've got no interest in reading them. It was so neat watching you create these craft items. Thank you, Chris. I had chicken linguine with pumpkin and pine nuts, but they put it with a tomato-based sauce. I think I needed something creamy or a pesto instead. It was just not nice, and I love pumpkin. Well, see, I wouldn't put tomato base with pumpkin at all on that. I would put a cream, not even a pesto, a cream. I would make the pumpkin the sauce with the pine nuts. So yeah, with cinnamon and nutmeg. So I love the Hunger Games. I only read the first one, but I'm a huge dystopian girly. Yeah, I'm my partner's full on into dystopian. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I don't mind reading it every now and again, but I'm not a huge fan. Yeah, pumpkin has very little taste. People seem to like pumpkin because of the flavorings. Yeah, and I would have made the pumpkin as the sauce. So then I would have put like pumpkin soup flavors in it, and to have that as, yeah. I've had pumpkin with pesto, but for a pasta, I prefer the pumpkin to be creamy. Like, it's its own sauce with nothing else in it, but like the flavors of autumn, essentially. Thank you. I appreciate. I can't click on any links back here. I have to be. I don't have my YouTube open, so yeah. All right. We have got to the end of the comments. Yeah, no, that's fair. So, it's probably really good too, Jean, to drop it into the Discord as well, because at least then you don't have to go through, um, like all the comments and stuff like that. You don't have to wait for the comments to come back up, and whatnot. I've made pumpkin soup and it's fine, but sweet potato worked much better in place of the pumpkin. So when I make my pumpkin soup, I use pumpkin. It's majority pumpkin, but I also add in some carrots and some leeks and some sweet potato if it's cheap enough. And then I put in like Moroccan spices. So your cumins and your nutmegs and your cinnamons, and what most people associate with autumn and winter. And so I put all those spices in, and it's like a spiced pumpkin soup. And then I add some cream into it, and it's so good. Like, even if I say so myself, it is darn good. And I've served it at retreats and stuff like that, and many people have loved it. And that's what I have one lady, that's the only reason that she comes to my retreats is because I make pumpkin soup. And so, yeah. The potato and leek soup they gave me in hospital tasted like French onion soup. I don't think that's right. Yeah. I'm not a cook, but it just feels like you have to put so much work in to make pumpkin soup. No. I just dump it all into my slow cooker. And like, I also chuck some onion in there as well. Like, I just chuck in a heap of vegetables and stuff like that. But it's the herbs and the spices that you put in that make the difference. So I use a bit of a Vegeta, which is a stock base, and then I use like Middle Eastern flavorings in it, and because that's how, like, that's my flavor base is Middle Eastern sort of Moroccan flavors, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and I just dump that in and it's fine. And then dump the cream in towards the end and good to go. That's it. Like, it is definitely a dump and run one. So yeah, that's how I make mine. It is good. It is really good. The pumpkin soup sounds amazing. Yeah, a lot of people like my soup. So even Savannah, like, she won't even make it. She goes, hers doesn't taste the same. So yeah, and it all comes down to the blend of spices. Like, it's got a ton of garlic in it. It's got cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a few other things as well. Sometimes if I want it to be a little bit spicier, I'll chuck in a little bit of chili just to, ramp it up. If it's just me eating it, it's got chili in it. But if I'm making it for everybody else, it doesn't have chili in it. But I'll put black pepper in, so that also warms it up as well. So it warms you from the inside out. So yeah. I like to concoct things and stuff like that. I'll have to make your pumpkin soup and use those soup socks, or the soap socks that we discussed yesterday. Okay, movie is done now. Awesome. Well, we're actually going into our last sprint. So yeah, we're just doing 3 today. Because I've got to go and do some stuff this afternoon, get this quilt finished and all that sort of stuff. Work is beckoning me today. I've got to get another 3 quilts done before I leave to go down the coast. So, which I do that on Wednesday. So yeah. So I have a ton of stuff I've got to do. So I'm working all weekend. And that's the worst thing when you work for yourself. If you take time off, you've got to make it up somewhere else. So I'm working all weekend. I've got editing to do this afternoon and all that sort of stuff. Don't know if I want to start a book now or just watch something. Sometimes you just gotta, yeah, take your time and stuff like that. I can't believe that I've only read 2 books. I've read a heap of nursery fairy tales, and I also found a podcast that I'm going to check out too. On Everend, I come across it. So that I listen to the podcast, and I think because I've been enjoying the podcast as well, and as I said earlier, like I think I'm good for reading books for and all that sort of stuff. And next month's going to be huge as well. Like I've read over 200, and I haven't even logged all my books yet. So let me just have a look what I'm at. Oh, the internet's slow today. Or is it just Goodreads in general? I think I'm at 252 books. And I mean, of course, I haven't logged. Actually, I'm at 254 because I haven't logged Lady Audley's Secret and The Sign of Force. So, yeah. So, I can take it a bit slow for a month. It doesn't matter. I still read 2 books and there's videos coming out for it and whatnot. So, yeah. Um, Thanks for the link too, Jean. I appreciate that. I will check that out. All right. So let us do our, there's a whole heap of stuff I probably should have looked up. I'm currently watching a Damsel on Netflix. Nice. Spent most of the day watching Halloween crafting videos. I may go back to that. It's fair enough. You should start watching a Berlin something or other. That'll keep you occupied. I can't even pronounce that. I was looking into Everand and I had no idea they had so much sheet music available. Yeah, they do have a fair bit of stuff on there. And it only seems to be the audiobooks that put you into into Everand Jail. That because I've had a couple of ebooks on there and I've never had that problem, and nor has anybody else that I know of either. So yeah. It's 8 degrees now. Oh, you can keep that. We're at 20. We're going up. I had lunch, said hi and Nell Sprints, about to get my hands dirty again and make the last few cookies. Awesome. I haven't finished anything this month. I'm still on God of Malice and High King's Tomb. Carry it on and carry on from last month. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. That Thankfully the few cookies are taking them out of the oven. So there was some to taste for the chef. Awesome. The feel from 2020 or the telly series, Chris. So it's dumb that you have to pay for a service when you should be able to read as much as you can. I agree. That it's been really hard to read with migraines. Yeah. Not good at all. All right, let's go into our last sprint. Let me just put this in here. Save that and show that. They're Wheat Bix and Wheat Bix cookies and Sultana cookies. They're like an Anzac but made with Sultana. So yeah. All right, let's have bring this down and bring the camera, the timer back up. Sorry, not the camera. And I'll see you all in 45 minutes to wrap up. All right, we are back, and that is our last sprint. So we're going to wind up, and these. Oh, yeah, I didn't mute. Yeah, at least it was only for 5 or 10 minutes. You all had a lot to say. um, where are we up to? Here. The Weet-Bix and Sultana link is in the Discord. It is. Teleseries. It's almost 900 minutes long, so it should keep you busy. Sounds like an interesting cookie. Hope you enjoy them. That's so bad that it's advertised that way. I might not just in protest for their silly behavior. I don't know what that's about. Did I miss something? Yeah, I did see that. Also feels the yawn. Nicole reveals top secret information during the sprint. No. Yes, the yawns I feel too. Need to start working on getting my channel up to launch for November. Awesome. Yes, because you're going to start yours off with sprinting and stuff, aren't you? That which is cool because we'll be able to help you get some subscribers and stuff like that. So yeah. I hope she reveals all his sprinting secrets to me. Everyone must have gone there because that is what my house sounds like when the boys are gone. It's funny that the banner says that our mics are muted. Yeah, you didn't turn your volume down, did you? So it was muted. Yeah, there's no one here. I'm here by myself. I'm here by myself most days. I'm very much a Nigel no friends. I'm very antisocial in real life, and yeah, so will this be the sprint that Cole reveals she's actually American and lives in Brooklyn, New York? Find out the series comes to the shocking finale. It's 8 degrees. Oh, that's cold. Meryl says the sun has come out here. Yeah, it came out for like all of 10 minutes. We're back to overcast again. Don't forget to hydrate. The spanner means that they're moderators for the channel. So they are these are the people that have been on my channel for a while, and I trust them to moderate and keep all the trolls and everything away. So yeah. Christina's ex. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. And put people in timeout too, Jessica. Thank you. What part of New Zealand are you from? Jessica's in Auckland. Not sure if there are any other Kiwis in the chat. Normally we have Monica here, but Monica's obviously working. I was born there, now on the Gold Coast, as are most New Zealanders. Seems to be where you all come to. I knew more. I've met more New Zealanders on the Gold Coast than I have anywhere else in Australia. Cool. I'm thinking of moving over. Awesome. When? Bestie and friends, hello. How are you? I've been doing some. Are you sitting down? Sit down. Chores. Oh my goodness. And sprint hopping. Awesome. Hello to Coda. And I'm off to have lunch with my grandparents. Thanks for the sprints. It's been lovely to be back. It's awesome that you're back. I'm glad you're feeling better, hun. I was wondering why I was hearing things from the living room. You wouldn't have heard very much because I'm listening to an audiobook in my ear, and all you would have heard is my ring maybe clicking on the hook. So there wasn't too much going on. Watched a video where a lady made a love potion bottle. Oh, nice. Kind of pretty. And now 3/4 across the row with the X stitch. Awesome. Thank you for the sprints. Thanks for being here. Everybody. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups again. I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me while I do some crochet. We are now on to, I've only got this little section to go down here, but we're back into the brown. So we went from the light grey to the brown. I thought it was taupe that we went to, but it's not. It's light grey to the brown. So yeah, so I'm back to here again. So it'll start to come through. So yeah, so I am really happy with it. And I love how it transitions as well. Like it transitions so, like it's almost abrupt, but it's not. Like it's just a gentle transition. So we had the light grey, and then we just started to get specks of brown. Oh, it went a bit low with that one. Specks of brown, and then it went right into it, like just a little bit, and then starts to get a little bit darker as we go on. So yeah, so I don't have a lot left, but I am going to leave that there because I'll probably do a little bit more a bit later in the day. Just finish off this row, so when I start back, I know where I'm at. So yeah, and then we go into like the a lighter brown, and then into a caramel, then into a beige, and then into the taupe. So yeah, excuse me. But it's yeah, it's coming along. Thanks for hosting, Nicole. My favorite day of the week. Enjoy the rest of your day. I got work to do. That's all I've got. Just saying thanks for the sprints. I only crafted cookies. That's still something. And as always, remember to hydrate or mummify, and boo spook the like button. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to bid you all a farewell. I will see you all again tomorrow over on Dusty Book Sniffers. And then I don't think I'm back next week for Crafty Sprints. No, I'm not. So there won't be any Crafty Sprints next week, but the week after I think there might be. I don't know. I'll have to double check that because I've got some stuff happening and whatnot. So yeah. All right. I'm going to head out of here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.